Okay, we're really excited. Aunty Bucky was released this morning. We're still waiting to see her. I'd like to thank everybody who helped, all those who continued support over the weekend by ringing the Watch House. Last night, those who noticed the Attorney General, the Premier of Queensland, the Governor, the magistrate, the belligerent magistrate who incarcerated Aunty Bucky for not being able to fill in a form to his satisfaction, and all the people who in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. We also wanted to let you know that we served a divine spiritual notice and commercial notice and divine mandamus on Aunty Bucky's behalf. This divine instrument is now served on one and all living agents acting for and on behalf of church, state, crown, and any and all derivatives or variations thereof, governments, corporations, entities on legis, list not exhaustive, including but not limited to governments, courts, states, banks, agencies, ministry, United Nations, councils, judiciary, bar members, and or any other private member associations and or trusts, list not exhaustive, and or any other third-party interlopers, agents, nominees, heirs, assigned, successors, gods, list not exhaustive. This divine spiritual notice, commercial notice, and divine mandamus is served in perpetuity from beyond the sea, across all time continuum, space, ethers, realms, dimensions, and realities, list not exhaustive, and rescinds, annuls, abrogates, and cancels all commercial and sold contracts, list not exhaustive. Herein and hereafter you means any man or woman, a spiritual being, a living soul, and their commercial business persona, including used to keep the living soul in slavery and servitude, usually described by an all capital name, identifier, and any variation thereof, therein, and thereafter, and commercially and statutorily referred to as a person, hereinafter referred to as a person, collectively hereinafter referred to as you. Hereinafter, I, us, we, our means the one true Creator, and any divine living soul that has declared and stands in and with the one true Creator. I am Jacinta, and I am that I am. I act for and on behalf of the one true Creator, and I see you, and stand in the divine true light of the one true Creator. We are sons and daughters of the one true Creator. There is no separation between I and us and the divine, and all that is. We do not operate or present in any jurisdiction of you, and any other corporate or fictional jurisdiction as you or Cheryl May Tomlinson. We always present as the living soul through any and all jurisdictions, venues, list not exhaustive, at all times in divine providence and by divine special presentment, whether expressed, stated, or otherwise. We hand you over and leave you in the full jurisdiction of the one true Creator, who judges the actions, intent, and soul of any and all who wish to cause or who actually cause harm physically or spiritually on or to the sons and daughters of the one true Creator. And so it is. You are now eating from the tree of knowledge, and the guilt of that knowledge and burden and spiritual equity of that knowledge is now conveyed to you and to one and all. Guilt is conveyed to those who willfully stand in deceit and dishonor or war in light of our divine truth and declarations, and so it is written. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not subject to the law. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he so also reap. We notice you one and all living souls will be held spiritually liable and responsible for the actions taken under their person. The person or persons will be held commercially liable for their performance, non-performance, actions, inactions, list not exhaustive. You are holding I's property and the property of Creator Bucky Tuk'ku against her free will, originating from a civil matter and a matter of person. I's property Bucky Tuk'ku is a living soul whose commercial person is Cheryl May Tomlinson. You are now commanded to return our property back to her land and the land and soil jurisdiction which is connected to the divine jurisdiction of the one true Creator. It is our command that you cease bindings, list not exhausted, spiritually and commercially immediately. Those souls and their commercial entities that choose by way of instructions or orders of their own free will to ignore this divine notice and divine mandamus will by this action immediately become our divine subjects under our standing in divine majestic perpetuity, in accord with our declarations of divine sovereignty already served, until forgiveness is sought and granted, or until the terms and conditions in our declaration of divine feminine sovereignty are met and paid in full. And so it is. Those who continue to impose their will in light of this divine instrument, or who breach the divinity of those souls who have declared their divine will as sovereign divine living man or woman, will automatically activate the spiritual equity and the terms and conditions in our declaration of divine feminine sovereignty with immediate effect, and so it is. The bonds and the divine will shall remain in effect in perpetuity across all time, space, dimension and realities until the terms and conditions contained within our declarations of divine sovereignty are met and deemed completed and finalised, or the soul seeks and is granted forgiveness. This is our living will and our divine mandamus. Conduct thyself accordingly. Bucky Tuk'ku is our property. We now command thee give back our property Bucky Tuk'ku in her original condition or better, directly into our divine jurisdiction in hand. Warning notice. You have until 12/12 Monday, the 12th of June 2023 to return our property before you activate the spiritual equity list not exhausted in light of this divine truth and divine instrument. We strongly suggest you notice the man, Cameron Mackenzie, who acted as Magi, straight, acting in person, C. Mackenzie, who imposed his will upon our property without right, without contract, without a verified claim, and in breach of trust, and forced surety upon the living soul for her person. There is no hiding from the will of the one true Creator who sees you. We am witness and an extension of the divine and the one true Creator. All who impede the witness are attempting to impede the one true Creator. Those who trespass on or against the witness and or the witness's brother or sister trespass against the one true Creator. Upon default, that is, upon non-return of our property within the said timeframes as stipulated herein, you become spiritually and commercially liable, assenting and agreeing in accord and satisfaction to the fiduciary soul contract already declared and served, and to the divine will of the one true Creator. An attack on one's divine sovereignty is an attack on all divine sovereigns. Maxim: where the divinity has been insulted, the case is unpardonable. Those who trespass on the Creator with their fiction will be deemed trespass, fraud, and causing harm. May the Creator have mercy on your soul. As it is above, so it is below. As it is within, so it is without. The trading of souls as commercial entities and energies is to cease effective immediately, and the terms and conditions of the notice and statement of intention, right to claim original first settlers as true beneficiaries and custodians, instrument number DSD AUS JP 059-2022 09241126 NASOIRTC-01, and our declarations of divine sovereignty are to be met. You are no longer to trespass, intervene, administer, effect, or exercise any right over any property or soul of the one true Creator, or to hold to account unless a true verified harm has occurred to another living soul and is substantiated by true, complete, full, and not misleading material facts and evidence in the form of a living declaration in the form of an affidavit of truth. Effective immediately, U is on divine spiritual notice that all commerce, admiralty law, games, contracts and constructs are null and void by divine will of the one true Creator. Should you or any man or woman or living soul of their own free will fail to enact or act upon this divine will and mandamus, we claim the right to pursue this commercially to the full extent of our declaration of divine feminine sovereignty in any manner and by any manner of our own choosing. We offer forgiveness for all who seek to come back to the divinity and truth. If any continue in light of this living declaration in the form of a notice and affidavit of divine truth, we will declare our divine will and serve true bills, civil invoices, list not exhaustive, in accord and satisfaction with notices and affidavits already served by Bucky, Tuk'ku and Tuk'ku, which now stand as judgment in law. Forgiveness is automatically granted to any soul who in remorse of consciousness sees the errors of their ways and steps into the divine true light and returns as divine sovereign into the jurisdiction of the one true Creator. These words are true to the best of our knowledge, in clear and sound mind and good faith, and in the presence of three living sentient souls, every word is established as true. Should the words we speak or the paper we ink convey a message not in line with this document is superior and takes priority. With divine love, in peace and at peace, in divine majestic perpetuity. Jacinta of Clan Petrie, sovereign divine living woman. All rights claimed, none waived ever. With the one true Creator as I now witness, and in the presence of the following divine witnesses shall every word be established, and our intent be established, transmitted and conveyed into the divine record. Beautiful. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you very much. How do you feel about that?
Good. I feel that the divine one Creator's back in, and Beryl walks with us and the ancestors. You know, and Aunty Bucky is amazing. You know, her resolve not to actually give in to a system and to give in to the pressure shows exactly who she walks with. She walks with her one true Creator, Beryl, and her ancestors, and she does it for the offspring of the future. So thank you, Aunty Bucky.